Come here. Let go of the tree. You can see we've got kind of an arboreal snake here. This right here is the beautiful, beautiful black rat snake. And you can see this is a fairly large snake. This is, oh, I don't know. What would you say? 3.5, maybe 4, not quite 4 feet. So pretty large snake. This isn't as big as they get. This snake can push upwards of 6 foot. So not only is this one of the most common snakes in our area, it's also one of the largest. Really, throughout the whole state of Illinois and Missouri, these guys are super, super common. Especially around places like farms where there's a lot of rodents, because its name is the black rat snake because it is A, black, and B, it likes to eat rats. Really rodents in general. It's not like it goes after rats specifically. And as you just saw, it's a pretty arboreal snake. They will climb right up a tree. And, you know, they can actually climb right up the flat surface of a tree, right up the bark. They're really, really good at that. And they'll go into birds' nests, eat baby birds. They'll go into squirrels' nests, eat baby squirrels. No problems there. It's a pretty resourceful little snake. Like I said, very, very common. We see these anywhere from farms, deep woods, to suburban neighborhoods. I've found them in people's gutters and stuff before. They really do get around. Very, very cool snake. You can see its pattern is this really shiny, beautiful, glossy, jet black with, there's a little bit of speckly pattern here. Now, it's easily confused with the speckled king snake maybe, especially one around this size when it still has a little bit of the juvenile pattern. But speckled king snake's definitely a different snake, but maybe possibly easily confused if you do not know what you're looking for. Generally, the black rat snake tends to have a different face. If you look at its face, they have very large eyes and a very well-defined head, whereas the king snakes tend to not have as much of a neck. But as an adult, they have this jet black, shiny black pattern on them. And as a juvenile, they actually have quite a different pattern. So we'll actually throw over to Dylan here, and Dylan will tell us a little bit about the juvenile pattern. Hi, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, this is the juvenile black rat snake right here. And you can see, totally different thing. His pattern is kind of a light gray with these blotchy, kind of chocolatey brown blotches, I guess you could call them, on him. And totally different looking. It looks really interesting. It almost looks like a prairie king snake or something. It's a pretty common pattern for juvenile snakes to have. Actually, racers look very similar to this. And prairie king snakes and juvenile water snakes and all kinds of things look like this when they're babies. So it's kind of actually difficult to identify things sometimes. It's difficult to believe that, whoo, stop, you're going crazy. Trying to bite me and everything. Totally different attitude on this little one, huh? It's hard to believe that this little dinky thing here is going to turn into that big monster we were just looking at. I'll let Dylan clean it up with the rest of the black rat snake. Back to you. Oh, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, this is the adult pattern here, and as you saw with that juvenile pattern, it's quite a striking difference. Some of these snakes really, you know, the racers are the same way, really have a totally different juvenile pattern, so it's pretty shocking when you find a little one and you don't think, oh, that little thing's not going to be a black rat snake, and sure enough, turns into this big old sucker. Another really great thing about this snake is really the temperament. Look at the temperament on this snake. This is a wild snake. We literally just pulled this out of a tree, and it is like it's been my pet for years. I'm not afraid to get bit by it. I'll put it right by my face. Generally, these are not terribly aggressive snakes. You know, every once in a while, of course, you're going to get ones. You know, attitudes vary. I've seen really large ones that have thrown a temper tantrum at me, and I've seen really large ones that are just like this, like a puppy dog. But generally, this is a pretty docile snake. Well, she looks, or he looks, or whatever it is, looks hungry. Maybe she's looking for a meal here. Gonna cruise through these leaves and stuff so she can't find something to eat. So we will go ahead and put her back where we found her and let her get on her way.